After Reacher Season 3, I totally get why Alan Ritchson should play Batman. For years, live-action Batman portrayals have leaned towards one of two extremes. Either the brooding detective The Batman, Batman Begins, or the unstoppable warrior Batman v Superman, The Dark Knight Rises. Few actors have managed to balance both aspects of the character. However, enter Alan Ritchson, whose performance as the titular character in Reacher Season 3 proves that he might be the best candidate to embody both sides of the Dark Knight. While past seasons of Prime Video's Reacher series have primarily showcased Jack Reacher as a powerhouse, Season 3 gives us a version of him that is just as intelligent as he is physically dominant. This depiction makes one thing abundantly clear: Ritchson is a strong candidate to take up the role of Batman. Season 3's decision to showcase Reacher as a force that relies on intellect and investigative skills alongside his brute strength has reignited the campaign for Alan Ritchson as Batman. The Reacher star has already expressed his interest in playing the Caped Crusader, and now, after seeing his performance in Season 3, the vision of Ritchson as Batman is that much clearer. While his Reacher co-stars have expressed their support, fans have also lobbied online, pushing for Ritchson's place in the DCU. Reacher Season 3 reveals the detective within Alan Ritchson's Reacher. One of the biggest complaints about past Batman films is that they don't always embrace the character's world's greatest detective persona. While there have been some glimpses of this, such as with Robert Pattinson's portrayal of the character in The Batman, many versions of the story focus primarily on action. This is where Alan Ritchson's Reacher Season 3 performance comes in. Unlike previous seasons, where Reacher relied on sheer force to accomplish most of his mission, this time the character is more of a strategist. He unravels conspiracies, pieces together clues, and outsmarts enemies before facing them in battle. Instead of immediately diving headfirst into the action of taking down villains, Reacher spends time reading clues and working through mysteries, similarly to how Bruce Wayne would. Ritchson handles his character transition effortlessly, and despite the shift, his portrayal of Reacher as a brilliant, calculating investigator feels natural, making it easy to imagine him stepping into Batman's shoes. After all, Gotham is not just about fights and car chases, it is also about detective work. If Ritchson can sell Reacher as an intellectual force, it is likely he will be able to do the same for Bruce Wayne. Alan Ritchson's physical prowess in Reacher Season 3 makes him a vigilante in the making. Of course, Batman is not just about solving crimes, he is also about stopping villains with his fists. If Reacher Season 3 proved anything, it is that Alan Ritchson is more than capable of handling the physically demanding side of the role, even if he has to go up against villains who are bigger than him. One of the most talked about moments of the season is Reacher's brutal showdown with Polly, played by the 7-foot bodybuilder Olivia Richters, rightly referred to as the Dutch Giant. The fight is a no-holds-barred clash that showcases Ritchson's strength, stamina, and combat skills. Watching it unfold, it becomes easy to picture him similarly facing off Gotham's most dangerous criminals. Ritchson's dedication to realism also adds to his Batman potential. Ritchson revealed that he was actually knocked unconscious while filming fight scenes in Season 3. This commitment perfectly sets Ritchson up for a character such as Batman, whose combat scenes demand both physical intensity and precision. Moreover, Ritchson's physique also enhances his suitability for the role. Standing at 6 foot 3 inches, he already has the commanding presence that Batman requires and would not need any drastic transformations. Fans think Alan Ritchson would be the perfect Batman. After devouring Reacher Season 3, it finally hit me like one of Jack Reacher's lightning-fast right hooks. Alan Ritchson isn't just a great action star, he's Batman material. Not the quirky Batman. Not the campy Batman. But the brooding, badass, bone-breaking Dark Knight that fans have been begging for. And I'm here to say, without a shred of doubt, Ritchson should be the next Batman. Let's start with the obvious. Physically, the guy already looks like he walked out of a DC panel. He's 6'3" of intimidating muscle with a square jaw that looks like it was designed in a Batcave lab. In Reacher, he moves with the controlled fury of someone who's not just big, but knows exactly how to use his size to dominate any room, alleyway, or interrogation table. You can practically hear the internal monologue. He's lying. Pressure point. Dislocate the shoulder. Move on. But this isn't just about size. Plenty of guys can bulk up. What Ritchson has, and what really clicked for me in Season 3, is the intensity. In Reacher, he's the walking embodiment of quiet menace. He rarely yells. He rarely needs to. That calm stare, that sense that he's analyzing every person in the room, every threat, every exit, it's pure Bruce Wayne when the mask comes off. And about Bruce Wayne, Ritchson could absolutely nail the duality. In Reacher, we've seen his dry wit. We've seen glimpses of warmth behind the walls, rare but telling moments of compassion and vulnerability. That's Batman too. He's not just a machine of vengeance, he's a man burdened by trauma, purpose, and the weight of protecting a city that may never thank him for it. Ritchson's portrayal of Reacher already taps into that emotional complexity just beneath the surface. You get the sense he feels, even if he doesn't always show it. And that's what makes a compelling Batman, not just the punch, but the pain. Then there's the voice. Fans argue endlessly about the Batman voice, the gruff whisper, the gravel growl, the intimidating murmur in the shadows. Ritchson doesn't need to force it. His natural voice already carries that weight. It's deep. It rumbles. In Reacher, when he delivers a threat or a warning, it doesn't feel theatrical, it feels inevitable. That kind of effortless menace is exactly what Batman needs. No over-the-top growls or modulated sound effects. Just presence. What truly sealed the deal for me in Season 3 was the way Ritchson handles fear, not his fear, but the fear he instills in others. Batman is supposed to be terrifying to criminals. He's supposed to live in their nightmares. In Reacher, Ritchson walks into a room full of armed men and makes them wish they'd stayed home. The tension is palpable. You know a storm is coming, and he is the storm. If you swap out the army drab for a cape and cowl, nothing changes. The intimidation factor is already maxed out. And let's not ignore his action chops. The fight choreography in Reacher is brutal, grounded, and efficient, exactly how Batman should fight. No flashy flips or spinning kicks just for show. Every move has a purpose. It's about incapacitating, neutralizing, ending the threat as quickly and cleanly as possible. It's what Batman would do, especially a more grounded, gritty Batman like in Year One or the Batman 2022. Watching Ritchson fight is like watching a living blueprint for a Gotham alleyway beatdown. Now imagine this: Gotham. Rain-slicked streets. Crime surging. A new wave of villains. And from the shadows, a figure emerges, not a symbol, but a force. He doesn't say much. He doesn't need to. His fists do the talking. His mind stays 10 moves ahead. And when he finally does speak, it's not a catchphrase, it's a warning. That's Ritchson's Batman. We've had good Batmen. Great ones, even. Bale brought the tortured psyche. Pattinson gave us the detective. Affleck brought the bruiser. But Ritchson? He could combine all three. The detective's mind. The fighter's body. The haunted soul. With the right director and script, he could redefine what it means to wear the cowl, not as a flashy hero, but as a soldier of darkness. A protector who's more ghost than man. And if Warner Bros. Is looking for longevity, Ritchson's already proven he can carry a franchise. He's got the fan base, the commitment, and the range. He's not a one-note action figure. He's a storyteller with fists, eyes, and grit. All he needs now is the Batmobile. So yeah, after Reacher Season 3, I'm convinced. Alan Ritchson isn't just capable of